Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the right side as the British forces, svenska krigsmakten. I really need to learn how to pronounce his name. Spawn as the US ally, we have FR. Nice, easy name to pronounce. Spawn as their opponent, as the Panzer Elite player, we have a foreign name. Spawn as the other Panzer Elite player, we have hanstomCZ. We do have a barracksman pulling out on the field for the British forces. We do have another intersection to pack up HQ. Panzer Grenadiers pushing the way forward. We do have this scope rifle squad trying to capture some sectors as well.
Ready to fill the day.
Infantry section trying to make their way forward. Panzer Grenadiers pushing their way forward as well. Panzer Grenadiers looks like they're eyeing for that fuel point. Nope, they do stop capturing that fuel point. Kettengrand's going to be capturing that point now. Engineers capture this munitions point. I've got the Kettengrand up here, capture that point. Point secure. Looks like the British HQ has been set up on the high ground at the highest point, farthest point from that point. I suppose that's not the farthest point. This is the farthest point. Well, you should put it right there, right?
Capture complete, sir.
Panzer Grenadiers pushing way forward, trying to stop this fuel point from being secure. This point is not in sector at the moment, so that will not get any income. We got the intersection here, receiving a bit of fire. Got this G43 squad also advancing on forward. Panzer Grenadiers are going behind some advance on forward. We got the intersection here, capture that munitions point. And this intersection does fall on back as well. Over here, we've got this engineer squad does fall on back. Intersection is behind some light cover there. And now the intersection is behind some light cover there and does fall back now. Panzer Grenadiers now engaging at close range, trying to engage that intersection. And this intersection will be forced back, getting way overwhelmed. But you boy doesn't need marksman on that squad. He does finish off that squad with boy designated marksman. The Panzer Elite player was not paying attention and got his squad sniped. Do now have a Bren carrier load on up. It's loaded up with only a 4-man squad in the back, which is all he needs. Scope rifle squad does fall back this HQ, and now this could be overran. Just a bit of fighter and does get wiped out there. Lieutenant has been pulling out the field, does deploy, pack up his HQ, and does fall back as lieutenant to his teammates' HQ. Riflemen and engineers now advancing on forward, and now resetting up that HQ as well. Rifleman squad receiving quite a bit of fire there and may need to fall back in negative ground at the moment. And may get wiped out right there. Nope, he does not. There was a retarget there. Riflemen and engineers engage at close range. When these engineers are severely wounded, they could both potentially fall back, get some reinforcements. They probably both need to capture up these sectors over here. But I suppose they don't need to fall back, get reinforcements. We can just get reinforcement right there. Kettengrand trying to bully around these forces does not receive a whole lot of fire there. Capture that point. We do also have these intersections, or these Panzer Grenadiers down south. We've got another Kettengrand here. Panzer Grenadiers making a soft retreat away. The Panzer Grenadiers has to get inside the garrison. One model remains, so we need to get out of the garrison sooner rather than later. Bren carrier trying to drive away, receive a bit of fire. Bren carrier captured that point, and now these intersections are going around these points. We do have a medic station here that is very, very in the open. Probably should have put it behind this line of sight blocker there. May put it there to be a roadblock for the light vehicles that we run forward.
Lieutenant is KIA.
Ooh, losing a lieutenant like that is not a great idea.
Listen up, march equipment upgraded.
Does get the Bren guns that go in the goes along with the Bren
German
guns.
forces are trying to secure one of our sectors.
Intersections capture that point. And now these Panzer Grenadiers are advancing on forward.
Listen up.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
Word, sir.
Bren carrier captured that point. Let's see what resources we have. Bren or doctrines. No doctrines yet for the British player. He's lost quite a bit. There's an intersection and a lieutenant. It's not great. He does not have. Oh, he's going for the infantry support command truck now. But the US player does have 3 riflemen and an engineer, or 2 engineers. Does fly an observation post onto the fuel point. Bren carriers now pushes way forward for Bren's. Got the scope rifle squad in this region as well. May get easily overwhelmed here. There's 2 G43 squads here. One of them just got vetted up. And then some Bren carriers. We've seen quite a bit of fire right there. He may lose the Bren carrier. He'll likely lose the Bren carrier. Bren carrier's trying to drive away. Does suppress there, and now the Bren squad does fall back. Bren carrier does go down. More Panzer Grenadiers push way forward. We do got the rifleman squads and behind this heavy cover. And he's going to need that heavy cover to engage these Panzer Grenadiers if they push too far forward. For this Panzer League player, unknown doctrine selected. We got a 2-2 on the build queue, and another 2-2 already out on the field. His teammate has gotten out a infantry half track and a Panzer track squad.
Loud and clear. Send.
Got these forces skirmishing around, trying to capture some points.
Objective secure. You're fixed.
Now the Kaliningrad has been repaired. Half track is now advancing on forward. It can provide some suppression. A load of bonus squads in the back of it, and now that Bren squad does fall back. You now have casualty clearing stations being pulled out there. Now there's going to be 2 sets of medics. It does actually cancel that casualty clearing station. US medic charging forward. It looks like it's getting gunned down now. Rifleman squad does find some shots there. 2-2 does fire some rounds as well. Sticky bomb does connect on the Kaliningrad. It does get fully destroyed. Kaliningrad's now Panzer Grenadiers advancing forward, getting some damage there on the HQ command truck, but there's only 1 Panzer truck squad. Bren gun and scope rifle squad advancing forward with the support of the riflemen. Does wipe out the rifleman squad inside the garrison. So far, the allies have lost a lot of stuff. This garrison, there's only 1 window on this side, and there looks like a couple windows on this side. Still not a great garrison to fight from. Panzer Grenadiers advancing forward. I think there's at least 1 Pan truck. Yeah, I'm sort of surprised it's not more damage on this HQ command truck at the current rate. We got Captain here, which also provides a good defensive buff for these guys.
An enemy unit has fallen to our might.
Infantry half track is pushing way forward. Got another Pan truck deployed on now. Bren squad is going to see quite a bit of fire. He does kind of decide to pack on up, trying to retreat back some of these squads. Let's fall back all these squads. The captain sort of got left behind, and now the British force is just getting overwhelmed. US player, where's all the US vehicles? A lot of riflemen? Some more Panzer Grenadiers there. Got the Stuart now deployed on the field, but has received quite a bit of fire. Those around there on the 222. Patrick's now pushing way around. And does find a landmine there. Destroyed engine crit there. The half track does get a good body block there. Damaged and crit there on the Stuart. Let's take out the 222 there. Pendrick's lining up a shot. He needs to turn around, get a canister round. He does lose the Stuart entirely. Flame Engineers advancing forward. To see fully pinned there. Another Flame Engineer Rifleman squad advancing forward, forcing back those forces. There is a sticky bomb being thrown onto that 222. Very nice. It does get a fully immobilization crit. Medic station does go down there. And that engineer does get suppressed, pinned, and reinforced. Alright, grab the armor car there. I don't think you can see the engine damage on this unit. There's no like markers for immobilization on the 222. Patricks do hit onto that headquarters command truck, but does have his teammate has engineers nearby for it. Light track does find a shot and bounce onto that HQ command truck.
Achtung! Enemy forces are attacking our petrol depot.
He is now trying to hit that Patrick squad. It's a full tank buster squad. We got some bounces there on the headquarters command truck. Vehicle does get button right there. Does receive a miss from a Piet. Gets fired another shot there. Rolls another miss there. Gets squad receiving quite a bit of damage. Does do a retreat order there to get reinforced. Now push way forward. We've got the officer trying to support him. Button does wear off and does roll another miss there. That's why I really don't like Piets. They're either really hit or miss. And we need... Just feels like they miss a bit more. Light track does get a full mobilization crit there, trying to be repaired up by the sapper, and he should have took out the AT half track. We got M1 AT gun now deployed on the high ground, does get some hits there on the 222. It does actually get the light half track destroyed, thanks to the fact that he didn't retreat back far enough, and the engineers do repair the damage on the half track. Not half track, Stewart. Rolls a miss there. Stewart's now advancing forward, trying to go for a canister round. Does annihilate that squad right there. Kennegrad trying to body block Stewart's movement. We do have a... No, that's just the panic truck up for research upgrade. And so we'll go and fall him back.
Kampfgruppe Company is available to take the field.
Let's go ahead and take a look at each player's doctrines so far. We do got commandos now being called on in. We do got, of course, infantry. Unknown doctrine for this player. We got a couple of panic truck squads loaded in the back. And we do have a doctrine selected for this player here, but I'm not sure what it is at the moment. Do we see any booby traps? Don't see any booby traps. We do also got commandos. Those that got deployed down here.
Attention, the enemy advances.
Does get a button there on the vehicle. Does get some good damage as well. Stewart now advancing on forward. Commando's still down south. Stewart's now advancing forward. Stewart does roll a miss, but still ongoing. Two half tracks here. Looks like both of them load up with double panic track. Stewart has to be very careful because may get killed off like that. Looks like the Brent squad does get suppressed there, unable to get the kill on that half track. Light half track does not get a hit there.
We are losing a sector.
We do got demolition charge here. Gets a full damage to the crit there and takes out the 2-2 to a demolition charge. Very, very nice. So he may blow up one of his own models, but I think that's worth. He may be eyeing for another demolition charge right there, or yeah, he is eyeing for another demolition charge. Very nice. Scope rifles will catch with the munitions point.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
Stewart pushes away forward.
Ready.
And
Has been destroyed in action.
double demolition charge there. There won't be a third anytime soon because the commando squad has fallen back. But the glider's still down there, so you can pull out some more commandos from that glider. Scope Rifle squad does fall back there. Got multiple 222s and half-tracks advancing forward. Greyhound advancing around, but of course he has to be very careful. There's just too many Panzertrucks there. These are all landmines deployed up by the US player. Now got the Hetzer now deployed out here. So this player, the person having blue, has gone for Tank Hunter, so he has potentially a lot of extra Panzertrucks to be deployed out. It gets damage and crit there, but does splash his teammate Stewart right there. Canister rounds? That could have been much worse. Does take out the half track. And does lose a Stewart right there. Greyhound receiving lots of fire there. May find that landmine, does not find that landmine. Greyhound does not find another shot there. Panzertruck's trying to eye a shot there. Lining on up, fires, rolls a miss, and looks like the Greyhound will stay alive for now. Do advancing forward, do got a pair of Panthers spotted by the other Panzer player. And Tutu does find that landmine. Flamer engineers flows force back the Panzertruck squad, so looks like the other half track does go down. There's also now 2 Panthers on the field, which I'm not sure if the allies are ready for that. Does have a couple AT guns. Commandos pushing way forward. It's there on the M1 AT gun. Nope, I hear a couple AT gun shots there. Does get a pen there onto that Panther. Down south got these 2-2s advancing forward. Commandos will spot them. The Commandos getting ripped apart, thanks to them being on negative ground. Greyhound does find a hit there. Two now seeing some repairs. Got an AT gun here. Know about the commandos. Know about the infantry. We still don't know what his doctrine is. His teammate has gone for Tank Hunter, which we may see some Hetzers deployed on out. He's also lost 2 of his Panzertruck squads, looks like. That's a US landmine, I believe, which these 2-2s may find. But so far, just still one unknown doctrine. Likely it's going to be Scorched Earth. Usually there's going to be one person going for Scorched Earth, primarily for Hummels. Oh, never mind. Luftwaffe ground forces. You could see a Whirlwind deployed on the field. Though I think he did went down the line for the Flak 88, so we may see a Flak 88 relatively soon. Luftwaffe ground squad, I think he's going for a Flak 88. Deploy Z88s. Which the 88s will be very effective versus these AT guns. Oh, there's a radio triangulation. You managed to sneak squad. Oh, wait, no, that's on their own side. That's not exactly sneaking, is it? Radio triangulation has been deployed on out.
Go ahead. We can use Luftwaffe.
Rolls a miss there. Greyhound does not receive a whole lot of damage there. Good to do knows managed to escape on there with receiving any damage either. Kaliningrad does go down to the M180 gun. Panther does receive a bounce there. Does receive a pen there. A lot of armor here. Now we've got a Flak 88 being deployed on out. Panzertrucks are started making their way forward. We also got a Bren gun up, found off the ground, which does take a hit there. It's also a G43 squad. Panzertrucks does find some hits there. Looks like PS2 rain on in. It can receive quite a bit of fire. His forces does get suppressed and does get forced back. There's a lot of US landmines in the region. We've also got the commandos here. Flak 88 has been completed. Finds a direct hit there onto that Stewart and does get taken out by one of the Panthers. 2-2s can force back these infantry forces. Panther absorbs fire. Ooh, there's a direct hit there. That must have been an M2. Yep, M2's now firing away. Flak 88 does find a shot there. Simply powder being trying to be deployed on out.
enemy
And
unit
the
has fallen
flame
to
engineers
our
do
might.
go down.
Squad, ready for order. We are under fire! Receiving you loud and clear!
Football squad is seeing a bit of fire there. He could pass button down, button the Panther. Sunny Pounder is in range, barely though. Black 88 received quite a bit of fire. Now it does get decrewed by the M2. The squad does fall back. We got the M1AT gun out on the field. Trying to find some shots there onto this Flak 88. Or, nope, takes up the Panther.
Ready to pass on orders. Squad ready!
I hear Howitzer Barrage M2 raining on in. Pass over here once again. Finds a good hit there on the Panzer Grenadiers, and they do force them to fall back. Ooh! Full squad wiping the Panzer squad. Even drops the Panzer Trek. The Luftwaffe ground forces could pick that up. Flak 8 does find a good hit there on the AT gun. This AT gun will likely get destroyed by the next Flak 88 shot.
They've destroyed an enemy unit.
And there goes that vet to AT gun. Greyhound advancing forward, off my power shoot onto the Luftwaffe ground forces. Probably the wrong target for that, and the Greyhound does go down. Oh, that was a decoy barrage. That's what it was. The model's now advancing on forward. Vitus there does take out the Flak 88 with the 25 off-map 25 pounder barrage. And now the Luftwaffe ground forces does fall back there.
We are ready for orders, sir. Work done, sir.
M1AT guns advancing on forward. We've got the Bren gun making its way forward as well. Maybe trying to button one of these vehicles. U-43 squad could suppress that Bren gun squad. 70 pound does fire rounds there and does hit the button there onto the 2-2. Decide what's on out there. And there goes that unit. As Grenadiers advancing on forward, M1AT gun to try and find some shots there onto the Panther. Over here, got the Panther do fire some shots there. Now we've got the M1AT gun receiving a bit of fire. Does find a landmine over there. Does get the M1AT gun fully decrewed. As I think it was the decoy barrage as well. Trying to destroy this AT gun. Capacity G43 is not destroyed, while the Luftwaffe ground forces does try to focus it down. Does take out that half gun or M1AT gun. The model's now advancing forward, receive a bit of fire. And Flak 88 has been fully destroyed by that off-map 25 pounder barrage. Do now have a Sherman Firefly out here, as well as a command tank to inspire him. Do now have Flak 8 does get cancelled there. Bren guns advancing on forward, and we got the Piet squad as well. Good it there onto the Panther, and these forces are all falling on back.
Munition stores are under attack.
Over here, Pioneers just trying to capture that point. Now the Flak 88 is being deployed on out. Again, in the same spot, generally. Riflemen and engineers are making an advance. We've got the scope rifle squad here. Find some rounds with these 2-2s, one for each player. Does get interrupted there. Rifleman Flamer does get some rounds down to the off ground forces. And his Panther needs a lot of repairs. Over here, Panther Grenadiers advance forward. They may found a landmine there. Got 4-man squad upgrade as well. Commando squad does fall back, but Commando may get fully wiped out. Does find a landmine there. Does take up the Commando squad, but does find a couple of landmines there. And got some good hits there. One of those Panther Grenadiers did get wiped out. I think it's the STG squad. Or no, Panther Strike squad.
The enemy has struck.
U-43 squads getting some good damage there on the M1 AT gun. And now they got these guys advancing on forward. And may find this landmine there. Nope, he does have the ability to detect them. And now 2-2. Of course, it does get spotted there, so now you can push his way forward. That looks like a decoy barrage. Sniper could be picked off there, but trying to deal with the AT gun. Another sniper does get spotted there, but has to prioritize hitting that AT gun, as it poses a threat to the 2-2. City panel's not rotating around either. Flak 88 here has been decrewed. Panstrike does find a good hit there onto the 2-2 and does get a crit there from the, I think it was from the Lieutenant Burst. It looks like this player has backed out of the game now.
Elite Fallschirmjäger eliminated.
And that is the end of the replay. This is Anna Grade saying thank you for watching and on to the next replay.